Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The Insane Gamers are back with another Pokemon Battle Revolution battle. As you can see, I've changed up my team a little bit, and yeah, it works out pretty well. You know, I got my Staraptor instead of my Feathro, whatever. Milotic is my new wall. Ambipom is... I got a pretty sweet strategy with him. I just fling my Flame Orb at anything that is a physical attacker gets burned. Anyway, so I see fighting and I see normal, so obviously I'm going to go for Staraptor and Infernape, and the Quagsire and Spiritomb and the Mawile, I can easily take them down with Infernape. So I thought this battle was going to go by quickly, but as you can see, it's over 10 minutes, mostly because this person is so slow at making decisions, it's ridiculous. So, half the battle I was sitting there just, like, waiting for them to do something. Anyway, we got the Crystal Coliseum. We're underground in the Crystal Mines, the Catacombs, whatever. I don't know what her name is supposed to be. It's just squiggly lines to me, so, yeah. And if you've noticed, I'm trying not to, you know, put the Pokeball pointer in the middle of the screen anymore, because it was kind of annoying. But anyway, what's really funny is as soon as we enter the battle, every single Pokemon gets intimidated. So I thought that was hilarious. Now, I would Brave Bird the Primate, but two things are stopping me. One, I don't want to break my Sash, because he has a Focus Sash. Because, you know, I got Endeavor there. And two, I have a feeling he's going to switch. I thought he would go to a normal type, but he doesn't. And I just decided to, you know, screw it and go for Flamethrower and Mawile. If he switches out to something else, he switches out to something else. It doesn't matter. I've always got my Milotic in there that can take any attack. So, now we sit here for about 10 hours and wait for her to make a decision. La 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 la. So, how was your weekend? Oh, thank you. Mine was great. Oh, really? What did you do? Well, I saw a movie. Well, what movie was it? Well, it was a movie about this lady who was so ridiculous she couldn't make decisions, and it was horrible. It was a bad movie. Don't ever see it. And as you can see there, I'm pointing at the Player 2 icon because she's taking so freaking long. Anywho, she's indecisive. Who cares? Out comes a Spiritomb, which is bad news for Infernape, because... Sorry, bad news for my Deathbird, because it's close combat. And Quagsire comes out, bad news for Infernape. But look at this. My Infernape is scarfed, okay? Even without a boost, it still did a bunch to that Quagsire, which got me thinking. I wonder if it's a physical Quagsire. So I decided to test it out and use a close combat on it, just to see. And Infernape, obviously I'm going to switch to the obvious choice, which is Milotic, who is my wall for this team, like I said. Can take any attack, it's awesome. I love Milotic, it's definitely one of my favorite water types. So, once again, we sit here for about 10 days, waiting for her to make a decision. Some people, man, I just don't know. Are they trying to be annoying, or can they just not make up their mind, or what? Spiritomb's whirling galaxy vortex of coolness. Anyway. I said anyway again, didn't I? Well, out comes my Milotic. Roar. So, here's the pathetic close combat. It did basically nothing. So yes, that is indeed a physical guy. And it's not going to do anything. And Spiritomb has Icy Wind for some reason. I have no idea why. Crits on my Deathbird, but luckily I have a Sash. What? Icy Wind. That is new to me, okay? I've never seen that before. And as I predicted, here comes a water type attack, and it is indeed physical. And it does absolutely nothing to Milotic. It was pathetically bad. So now I think, well, I can just Kamikaze, but then I noticed Endeavor. And I thought, well, maybe I could pull off a sneaky little trick here. And Endeavor his Quagsire and take it out with an Ice Beam and get her, get her all angry and stuff. So, while I'm sitting here thinking for 5 minutes, because I'm waiting for her to pick her attacks. I'm like, yes, this is gonna be so awesome and stuff. This is horrible. Go faster. This lady really started to annoy me. Okay, good. Unfortunately, I don't get to pull off my endeavor because I get sucker punched, but oh well, it was a good try, right? I think Star Raptor wouldn't have been much use in this battle anyway. I prefer my Firo, to be honest. I really do. I don't know why, it's just, Firo's awesome. But, to my surprise, I didn't even need to endeavor it, because this Ice Beam just flat out kills it, which I was amazed by. I mean, my Milotic is holding a Never Melt Ice, just to give it a bit of extra oomph if it's, you know, Ice Beaming a dragon. But, I'm surprised it killed it. So, I don't want to send out Garchomp, because, you know, it's Garchomp. He's my emergency guy. I don't use him unless I have to. And, plus, it's probably not good to send out Garchomp into a guy who's using Icy Wind. So, I just go for Infernape again. Plus, he's got two guys coming up, and one of them is a Mawile. I forgot what the other one was. I think it's a Primeape. Yeah, Primeape. So, hello, Infernape. And here comes her Primeape. It's so weird. I always thought it had boxing gloves on. It kind of looks like it does. So, I decided to go for close combat on the Primeape, simply because my Infernape has higher attack than it does special attack, just for extra damage. And I just decided to Hydro Pump the Spiritomb because I got nothing better to do. So, that was my turn. God knows what she's thinking. She's just probably sitting there doing nothing, like painting her toenails or something in between doing moves. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, because she took forever. This has to be one of the most boring, uneventful battles you've ever watched. So, if you want to see an exciting battle where a bunch of stuff happens, go look at one of my other ones. But anyway, Primeape, close combat's my Milotic. And for a second I was thinking, oh shoot, but nope, Milotic is just that awesome, it lives. And luckily he lowers his defenses from that close combat, so my Infernape is able to come in and completely, flat out destroy him. He got waxed by that close combat. So my defenses fall, it doesn't really matter what his Spiritomb is going to do to me. Icy Wind, I wouldn't doubt. So, she's going to send in her last guy, after I Hydro Pump that Spiritomb's face. Unfortunately, it doesn't do a lot, but, you know, Spiritomb is a wall, so you can't expect it to do much. And here comes the dreaded Icy Wind, oh no! What did that do to what did that do to Milotic, like, 5 hit points? I mean, really? Icy Wind? Anyway. Leftovers, heals, and luckily, because she's only got one guy left, she can't sit there for 5 hours deciding what she wants to do. So, here comes Mawile. And gets another Intimidate off. Yep. Well, it doesn't matter for Milotic, but unfortunately, Infernape is scarfed into close combat, so I was crossing my fingers here thinking, you know, please crit or please do something, and now that I know that Spiritomb has Sucker Punch, I can see it coming from a mile away. It is so obvious that it's going to try to Sucker Punch my Milotic, so I just flat out use Recover to, you know, block the Sucker Punch and get some HP back. Because that, you know, that Icy Wind, can't deal with too many of them. So, as I predicted, Sucker Punch fails, and I use my close combat on that Mawile, and surprisingly I kill it even though I was intimidated. So that's always nice. I know my Infernape is completely beastly. And there goes the giant piranha plant thingy. I never understood that. So, it's 3-1. I have two guys at full health. Milotic, who is gaining health, and she's got one Spiritomb that knows Icy Wind. This could end badly for her. So, you know, I just decide to switch out to Garchomp for the heck of it, and the fact that I can't close combat that thing, because I'm scarfed onto it. And my Milotic, I pick Recover again, because I just want to get my health back, you know. If I'm gonna do something, I may as well get it all the way back up. Why not? And luckily I did that because she picked Sucker Punch again for some odd reason. So Milotic recovers again. Now I'm back at full health. So I got a full health Milotic and a full health Garchomp. And yep, the battle ends here. She just gives up. Although I would too if I saw a Garchomp and a Milotic staring in my face. So I guess, you know, it was a good battle. There wasn't exactly a lot she could do, to be honest, because, you know, her guys were okay, but seriously, fix that icy wind. What is that? I really don't know what you were trying to do there, but anyway, I win. Good battle. Goodbye.